Hello everybody, and welcome to another Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai multiplayer battle. So we're going to be playing on Senriku Ria here. This is a very hill-based map with some woods on the side, as you guys can see. This is a 2v2 battle with myself and Magicon against ABG Black Jesus and ABG Frenchman 5. Most of you know Magicon. He is in my Crusader Kings 2 LP, so make sure to say hello. And here we go. I'm going to put this in slow motion real quick so we can announce all of the armies. So, I have brought a build very similar to the last one I brought. This is still on level 2 in this fight, so I am still playing at low funds, or small funds. So I've got my first unit of White Bear Infantry right here. We've got a unit of Red Bear Infantry, and another unit of Red Bear Infantry. I've also brought a unit of Wooden Cannons, and I have 2 units of Yard Key, one here, and one over here. And then my Spear Levy, which is going to be used to hold off any cav assaults that might come straight at my line. And then my General Oda Nobunaga. You can see his nice Foreign Legion helmet, his Foreign Legion hat right there. Over here, the armies of Magicon are composed of 1, 2, 3 Matchlock Kachi. Matchlock Kachi are more like skirmish units, guys. They have 100 range though, so they're shorter than the average line infantry, but they do have 25 reload skill and 25 accuracy, and their armor is 4, so they can still hold their own. Over here, he's got 3 of those. He's got a Spear Levy. He has got, let's see, another Spear Levy right here, so 2. He's got 1 Yaraki over here, 2 more hiding in the woods, slowly encroaching up into the ground. He's got his general here. Let's see, where is he? Where's his general? He's got Attila the Khan. Let's see if we can find Attila the Khan. I'm guessing that that is him in the center right there. Yep. And then he has brought 1 unit of White Tiger Force. So, our opponents... Let's go. I'm not going to be introducing my opponent's army. My opponent has brought a lot of cav, though, and a lot of infantry. So he's got 2 units of cav here, and you can see he's got 5 units of Red Bear Infantry. These guys pack a punch when... 4 units of Red Bear Infantry and 1 unit of Matchlock Kachi. But even still, against my 3 units of infantry, he definitely outguns me. So, right here, I'm going to set up my defensive line, and I'm going to start using my cannons in an attack here. So let's take a look at this hit real quick. So... my opponent's going to sit in the woods for a bit, and he's going to expect me to come to him. And the good thing about using wooden cannons is that even though they don't do a lot of damage, they still can force your opponent out of hiding. So you guys will see here, this guy's going to rush out in a minute just because of that. They also, for some reason, people who are new to this game seem to think the wooden cannons are a huge threat to their armies. So he's going to devote his entire cav force to flank around away from his troops, which is going to prompt them to have only steady morale, which is not too good, just to kill my cannon. So I'm going to see that push my Yaraki back. Over here, Khan has managed to see 2 units of Yaraki over here, and he's going to be engaging them in due time. So right now I'm going to push my cav up here to defend against this cav attack that I'm expecting soon. Here we go. Here is the very first cav charge that we're going to see here. So my first cav force is going to go in, and he's going to spread out and absorb the initial charge of both these cav forces and get them flanked. And now here goes my other cav force with the counter charge. This is a pretty easy tactic. Lots of blood pack there, that's pretty good. And that's going to decimate those troops. And over here, Khan is going to get into an engagement here. Let's see, so here goes the Khan's first cav attack now. We did our cav attacks at pretty quick amounts of time, so it's kind of interesting. So here goes his Yariki. It's going to get hit in the flank, so it's not going to do too good for him. And then over here, here comes Khan's second Yariki. Let's take a look at this. So it seems to me like Khan is winning this fight for now, and then just to make sure the finishing blow is done, he's going to rush a 3rd Yariki up. So let's take a look at this. 3rd Yariki is going to come in, smash, and there goes that cav engagement. So we have both won both of our cav engagements. Our opponents have no cavalry left. We are free to maneuver and do as we please with them with our cavalry. So right here, Magicon is going to start his first engagement of the battle here. His Matchlock Kachi, since they only have 100 range, they're going to start taking some hits. Over here, his White Tiger Force is going to start firing. These guys are pretty sturdy infantry. They're not on par with the Bear Infantry for the most part, though I'm sure Khan would disagree with me. They still pack a punch. You can see here he's going to be doing some heavy blows to these Red Bear Infantry units. And over here he's pushing up his Matchlock Kachi now. On my flank, I have managed to engage some enemy cav that managed to attack my Red Bear Infantry. So I'm going to push my Red Bear Infantry back. And you can see here that the enemy's managed to get a shot off on my Red Bears with his troops. So I'm going to push back now. I've got 2 units of Yaraki left. And I'm going to sit here on this hill, and I'm going to make my last stand here. So as soon as my men get set up, that's what we're going to do. Over here on Khan's flank, he's doing some pretty good damage to these guys. He's got his Matchlock Kachi up, this unit. His second Matchlock Kachi unit is firing. The Matchlock Kachi are pretty decent guys, but they do, like I said, they're not as strong as the average line infantrymen. They're kind of, I use them more as throwaway units. But you can see here, though, here comes Khan. This is going to be a decisive moment in this battle, guys. Here comes Khan's Yariki coming in to slam at these enemy troops. And he's going to do a massive amount of damage here. You can see he's going to shatter that Red Bear Infantry unit pretty dang quickly. But he is going to get caught on the Spear Levy unit, and that's really going to be detrimental to him a little bit there. Over here on my flank, I'm going to be sending in some cav on this Red Bear Infantry unit to keep them occupied, so that reduces the amount of troops I have to deal with. I've also got my White Bear Infantry in the woods over there. The reason I've done that is because your units will take significantly less damage if they're in the woods against units. So right here, I just took a huge volley with my rifles and killed 22 men. And he's going to take another counter fire at me and kill a couple of my men. Over here on Khan's flank, that cavalry charge decimated his troops, and Khan has won this fight. So Khan has completely defeated the enemy with that one cavalry decisive charge, and now he's going to swing around, and we are free to continue the battle against this one opponent. Okay, so over here, let's see. The enemy is going to charge straight into my white. This is where the Matchlock Kachi excel, because they do have 8 melee attack, and they're going to charge into my White Bear Infantry, which is not going to be very good for me. So over here, my Spear Levy is going to go in and stop them. Ooh, nice stab there. That guy just got shanked through the middle. And I'm going to push back while that Yarikachi, that Spear Levy, goes in on them. Now, the Matchlock Kachi are going to keep chasing me for some reason. And you guys can see here that I've lost a lot. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to push my troops back. I've got a unit of White Bear Infantry that has not lost a single man yet, and a unit of Red Bear Infantry. And while this is happening...
Their allies run!
Their allies do run. While this is happening, Magic Khan is going to be pushing his troops around the side, and he's going to be coming up behind. Now over here, my Spear Levy, I'm going to use him kind of as a throwaway, so I'm going to charge him into his Red Bear Infantry to see if I can get any good damage there. And then also, his Matchlock Kachi are going to get in on my general, and they are going to kill 10 men of my general, and I'm going to push back. And right now I'm mainly just hoping that the Matchlock Kachi will rout soon. Here we go, we're going to get a massive shot here. Let's take a look at this. Boom! And my Red Bear Infantry is really going to hold the line here. They're going to do a very good amount of damage to these Matchlock Kachi, and that's really going to devastate them. And over here, my cannons are still firing. The enemy seems to really want to kill my cannons here. And they're not really doing that much damage anymore, but they still really want to kill them that badly. So the Matchlock Kachi have now been shattered. I have a unit of White Bear Infantry and Red Bear Infantry left, along with my general. So we're going to be pushing back now. I'm going to go back into the woods until Magic Khan gets his troops set up, and the second and final stage of the battle is going to start, where we do the encirclement. This enemy is still very dangerous, guys. He's got 3 units of Red Bear, and his general, who's only taken 1 damage. So this guy could definitely still be in this fight a bit longer. He's also got a unit of Red Bear over here, which is going around the flank.
Sir, an entire unit is dead, sir.
So Magic Khan's going to set up on the bottom of the hill, and we're going to get started here in a minute. You can see here that his initial troops are starting to fire. He's got his Matchlock Kachi pouring some shots down on these Red Bear Infantry units. Let's take a look at some of these shots. And now here goes the return fire from this Red Bear Infantry unit. That's going to cause a pretty large amount of attacks on his Matchlock Kachi. And then the enemy's going to pop a rally to keep his Red Bear Infantry here. Now this guy, he definitely does hold his own against Khan because of that rally. And Khan's going to pop his own rally here in a minute. He definitely would have done better if he had stretched his Red Bear Infantry out, because he does not have fire by rank or kneel fire. So you can see these last 2 ranks aren't even firing. If he were to stretch out, his men would have like twice the amount of men that he had would be firing. And over here, I don't think I noticed it to the very end. This guy's got a unit of Red Bear right here. I don't even know what they're doing there at this point. And I'm going to push my Red Bear up on the flank. So here comes the first initial flank attack. You can see that my Red Bear are getting up on the hill. We're going to start shooting some guys and hopefully kill these men eventually. We are firing downhill though, so it doesn't go as well. So here we go. Some initial shots going. These Red Bear infantry are definitely going to get decimated in a few minutes. And then Khan has popped a rally now. So he is now pushing up. He's managed to push the enemy back. The enemy is going to try to go for me since I am the weaker opponent at the moment, and he's going to try to force me back. Here is his mistake though. He's going to charge his general straight into me which I do not understand at all. So he's going to charge them into my White Bear infantry, and they do a pretty decent amount of damage, but I'm just going to focus fire the heck out of him with my general. And right here, we're going to start, this unit's going to start unloading on this Red Bear infantry unit, and this general unit is really going to start taking a pounding. So there goes my Red Bear unit. They're going to fall back. I'm going to take a few more shots at his general, which his name is Harold the Humbled. I hope he is humble. And his general's in range, and there we go. His general is shattered. So this guy is now running around with no general. Khan and I both still have our generals, and we have definitely got this in the bag, or so we think. So this unit still presents an interesting fight. The thing that really baffled Khan and I in this battle, which you guys will see in a moment, is how sturdy these enemy units are. So this Red Bear unit's going to push up, and I'm going to start flanking with my White Bear, and over here Khan's got his White Tiger force coming up. And my Red Bear are going to have to walk up the hill a bit because they're not in range yet. You can see these guys are taking some pretty good hits here, and they are routing, and that is going to be the end of the match.
Your victory is close, sir.
My victory is definitely close. There's one more Red Bear unit over here, which will be destroyed in due time. And there we go. So, good game to my opponents. I hope you guys enjoyed this Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai multiplayer commentary, and I'll see you guys again soon.